the type of thing where everybody's talking about how Elmira scored the two shorthanded, like somebody really lit the fire under Elmira. But this is another symptom of what could be seen as a problem with the Laker defense. This was supposed to be the strength of this team, and with guys like Dufour and Stroda, the emotional center of the squad, and yet they've only played really acceptably well, except for the first few games when they looked impressive. If this continues in a downward slide, it could be big trouble for Oswego this year. Definitely keep an eye on Ryan Scott this evening. Both you and I have spent a lot of time around this team, and even when he was just coming back from injury, he looked as though he was a goalie who could make all the saves.
There's so much certainly about this freshman goaltender. We'll get to see him tonight. Face-off was won by Elmira. We're underway here from the Romney Fieldhouse out of Kansas. Of Oswego State University. One of the few games left here at the Romney. Puck up right here from Elmira. As number 23 takes a slap shot with defense. That was Justin Siebel.
Be a delayed penalty on this play.
Delayed penalty is destroyed, and Jocelyn Dubois was hauled down, so no surprise. 30 seconds into the game, we have a first penalty of the game.
You know, Pat, just something I noticed even in the opening minute, Oswego looks like they've really come out with a lot of fire. I saw a couple guys already trying to make the big hit. Type of thing, maybe they really realized that they melted down last evening, and they're trying to make a comeback to play better and take a win home tonight. Great job of staying right at home. They're not letting Oswego set up a good screen. Part of that rebound, or Oswego would have had a decent scoring chance, but the puck just didn't bounce their way.
45 seconds.
Oswego. And that's just another squandered opportunity by Oswego's power play. They really could have afforded to come out and make a statement here after their meltdown last night with 8 minutes of 5-on-3. As you said, they weren't able to capitalize. This is the type of play where they're going to need to make a statement early. Well, it's something Oswego has struggled with thus far, and they really have to work on it. They're not going to be a premier team until they really complete the power play.
This is due 4 answers it for the Lakers. 4-on-4, something we talked about last night. John Russell and I in the broadcast. Give the advantage to the Lakers because they're so quick. And speaking of that speed here,
he's got the break.
Pass a good shot to the left side of Fargo. And he just couldn't get it past him. Woodward out there. Pass done. Patrick couldn't get a stick on it. Ryan Woodward. Good eyes in the back of his head, but Patrick couldn't get a stick on it.
They had Woodward in the slot, and he's been there available for them all season. He's basically camped out in front of the opponent's net, and sometimes it's capitalized for them.
4 seconds to go in the move penalty. It's he'll get back on the ice. We'll see 5-on-4 for Elmira. This is man got it up the lane.
Out of here from the Laker pregame set. Just wanted to apologize for the technical difficulties of the phone ringing while the early part of the game was going. And by the way, whoever has that phone, please answer it in a timely fashion. Back to you, Pat.
Oswego's trying to capitalize on it. Shot deflected. Nice interception in the middle, able to dump it back into the opponent's zone. That'll give Oswego a chance to change the lines. Good strong play by Oswego's defense so far, which is something they needed. And that was it. Ryan Scott just passed his first test as a serious goaltender in this division.
Welcome to Division III hockey. Ryan Scott, good save by him on the breakaway. He had number 20, Randy Campanoli, coming right into his wheelhouse. He stoned him once, and then on the rebound, he said,
So far, the Laker defense has done a good job of keeping Elmira's forwards out of the crease. They've done a great job at giving Ryan Scott a chance to see these shots as they come into him. That Oswego can't afford to make. They really need to crisp up their hockey team and not allow so many penalty minutes. Joined now by Joe Kelleher in the booth.
in any event, 15:45 to go here, first period. Kevin Tracy will send in the sin bin. So the second power play opportunity for the Soaring Eagles. The first time it went awry. Hey, the chef made it out to the game today. All right.
Oh yeah, so he did. Good for him.
Chris Mann was ejected last night. He anchors that power play. Mann at the point. To Mann. To Casella. Shot saved by Ryan Scott. He dropped to his knees, covered up the 5-hole. Good job.
And something you get with Scott that you don't get with a goalie like Leonhardt. Not that I'm knocking Leonhardt. He's a good goalie, but Scott gives you just that much more agility.
Quick shot and another save, and the crowd likes it for the freshman, Ryan Scott. That was taken by number 25, Tyler Schremp, the older brother of an NHL draft pick who went in the first round. He is from Baldwinsville, New York. We'll get more on that story when Joe Kelleher joins the broadcast. So with 1:35 to go in the Kevin Tracy penalty, we're knotted at 0. Face-off coming left side of Ryan Scott. Ryan Scott, as we said, playing so good so far. He's seen 2 power plays and stopped 4 or 5 good shots.
You hate to jump to conclusions, but he looks sharp this evening, especially for a guy making his first start.
Centering pass out in front. Now there's a scrum. Oswego tries to clear. They cannot. Still Chris Mann anchoring that with 1:20 to go. Good defense by D'Annunzio as he knocks it out to the neutral zone. Chris Mann comes and recaps. This is Siebold. Siebold to Mazzanetti. Looking to center into Siebold out in front. Weak shot covered up by Ryan Scott.
Boy, it came in on his tape and he just didn't get good stick on it. If he'd been able to deflect that up, he might have had a shot going over Ryan Scott's shoulder, but Scott got there in time and the shot wasn't there.
So I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing for the freshman goaltender to see all these shots early on. It breaks him in and gets him used to the game speed, but you don't want to get a quick goal if you're the Lakers. You don't want Elmira to score quick.
No, obviously you don't want to give up that first goal, but this is a great opportunity to see how good Ryan Scott really is.
Face off right side of Ryan Scott. It's won by Craig McDonald. Quick shot up over the head of Scott. Back up. Power play. Morris. One timer to, I believe that was McDonald, who gets it right back. Quick shot on Scott and is cleared away. So 49 seconds to go. There's a clear finally for the Lakers.
That's just what they needed. They got to get some fresh defensive men out there because they're starting to look tired down in front of the crease.
Giving chase is Trevor Gilligan, and there's a turnover at center ice. But the Lakers could not hold the zone. They had to have a delayed offsides. So 14-18 to go, first period. 33 seconds to go in the Kevin Tracy penalty. We're still knotted at goose eggs.
And that just might be the type of game that it is. We've got two teams with very physical defense, and they're very good at playing D, at least most of the time. So maybe it'll be somewhat of a barn burner this evening.
Face-off won by McDonald, Norm's little brother. I can't back that up, I don't know. Over to Rose. Rose to Mazzaretti. To Richard, back to McDonald. Here comes McDonald. He's got Dufour on him. Down right side of Ryan Scott. Looks to center, cannot. Koreski tries to clear. He gets it up to Perrier. Lakers got a 2-on-1 if they hurry. He gives it to him. Sean Katari. He's quick as a hiccup. Katari out in front. Shot. Goal. No, he jumped to the right. Greg Fargo.
Great save by Greg Fargo to get over and grab that puck. I really thought Katari had a great shot.
From our angle, it looked like a goal, but Katari couldn't get it past Fargo. And there's a haul down. No call. Paul Perrier hits the ice. Out in front. Centering pass goes awry.
Perrier. On the end of that pass.
Perrier got back on the ice and got knocked down at Kevin Tracy. And here comes Katari once again. Down the right side. Katari makes a nifty move and he gets hauled down. No call. Greg Fargo will cover up the puck. So end-to-end action that last couple minutes, Drew Schiavi.
Yes, sir. It's been a very fast-paced game with a lot of forwards moving. We've seen Sean Katari, what he can really do when he starts seriously skating. He's already got a couple of goals in a few games this season, so he's definitely stepped up his play this season for the Lakers. 2
opportunities for the 9th round NHL draft pick of the Colorado Avalanche a few years ago. The New Hartford native could not put the pill in the bottle.
Well, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Hockey is one of those sports where the more opportunities you get, eventually you're going to bang a couple home.
Speaking of opportunities, turnover in the zone, the Lakers.
This is what the Lakers do very well. They play very good at even hockey.
Here's a turnover. This is Richard, but good defense by Chris Mann to get the puck right back. And there's another turnover. The freshman, Denuzio, out in front. Shot. Saved by Fargo once again. Something he did all night last night. Stand on his head. And he's playing another good job here early tonight. And there's another turnover in the zone. This is Richard as Gent get knocked down. Denuzio couldn't hold the puck.
Elmira acts like they're trying to check a penalty or something like that. They're falling back in their zone and they're not making clean passes. They're just trying to get it past the blue.
Looks like they're playing on the defensive end edge. Justin Perron's hauled down. We're going to have a call. Centering pass out in front, up over the net. Justin Perron was hauled down, and Elmira will go to the penalty box, something they saw a lot of last night. 62 minutes worth of penalties last night. Chris Mann was ejected. He had 34 minutes of penalties himself, and it's going to continue here tonight as number 22 for the Elmira Soaring Eagles, Mark Mazzaretti, gets sent off the ice, so he'll sit in the no-no box for 2 minutes with 12:38 to go here in the first period.
I'm sure that it's something you and JR have discussed over the course of these games, because we all know the refs are cracking down on the D3 rules this season. It's one of those things where tonight there's been some rough play, and I'd really like to see the refs let these guys go. These are two physical teams with a lot of big players who like to bang bodies, and this could be a very exciting game if they let them play physically.
2 minutes for holding, the official call. Something you talked about, you just mentioned, something Coach Gosick said yesterday after the game. Let them play. It's a hockey game. Face-off won by Elmira.
Hockey is definitely a game of speed and skill, but there is a certain amount of physicality involved, and it's a necessary part of the game.
Lakers trying to set up on that power play that killed them last night. 3 for 16, as we mentioned. This is Dubord. They got one defenseman out there in the form of Tony Dufour. Usually they go with 5. Dufour to Patrick. Patrick out in front. Good defense. Siebel laid down, gave up his body to Dubord. As 1:34 to go, Lakers look to set up. Dubord over anticipates the puck. He's got Woodward behind. Looking to center to Dufour. And Dubord to Dufour, but Greg Fargo stuck his stick out in between and stopped that with 1:27 to go.
That was a dangerous pass, too. Elmira had no defensiveman to stop that pass from going through. Fargo made a great heads-up play by diving on it, because if Dufour had got that on the tape, we would see a point on the board now.
So this is something new for the Lakers. On the power play, they're going to send out a normal line. They're going to send out 3 forwards and 2 defensemen. The 3 forwards, Katari, Perrier, and Rozak.
Well, why not? When your power play is struggling, the best thing you can do is just try all kinds of combinations and see what clicks.
Good clear for Elmira. Last night on the power play, Ryan Koreski had a barrage of shots towards Greg Fargo, and Fargo stopped every one of them. And there's a hit at center ice. This is Perron up into the Elmira zone. He's got 2 guys on him. Campanelli takes him down. We're going to have another call, and we're going to have another penalty to Elmira, so we're going to have a 5-on-3, and it looks like it's going to be a hooking call.
Pat, it just might be me, and maybe this isn't the best time to mention it, but if you look down at Oswego's end of the ice, I believe it's starting to fog up again.
And not the best color man in the business for nothing, Drew Schiavi. Number 6, that is Ashton McLean's going to the sin bin. So last night the Lakers literally for 8 minutes worth of game time played 5-on-3. So they are no stranger to this. For 1 minute they're going to play 5-on-3, and then after that, if they can't cash in, they'll have another minute of 5-on-4 action. So this is it for the Lakers as they send the 5 forwards out now with a 5-on-3. It's Dubord, Rosick, Patrick, Ryan Woodward, and Sean Katari. So let's see if the 5 forwards can cash in. This is Patrick to Katari, the draft pick. To Patrick to Fulton, David to Katari. Very patient on the power play.
Forwards are staying at home and waiting for the pass to come to them.
To Woodward, or Rozak rather. They're trying to get it to Dubord in front. Patrick, Katari, one-timer. Good defense, and here comes Chris Mann for Elmira. Instead of trying to take a 1-on-3, he just dumps it down into the zone and they'll get a change. With the 5-on-3 action as Patrick brings it up to Fulton native. Into the neutral zone. He's got Woodward on his left. Now they set it up. Patrick playing the point. Patrick to Rozak, the captain. Rozak to Patrick.
Is alone in the slot if he can get it to him. Or he was. Now there's a defensive over who noticed him.
We have a whistle.
House, and we're going to definitely get you on every... And here we go.
This is the type of thing where Oswego...
Throw us on the air. NYO, throw us on the air. And we're going to have a whistle. I believe they played too much into the zone. And welcome to the Golden Romney Fieldhouse. If you're listening on WNYO, we are live this time. Sorry about the technical difficulties 2 nights in a row. I'm Pat Bailey alongside Drew Schiavi and Joe Kelleher. You haven't missed much, except for a lot of good hockey in the first 10 minutes. We have a 5-on-3 as it stands right now. And the Lakers, now that there's a whistle, I can explain it. For 3 more seconds, the Lakers will play 5-on-3 hockey. Elmira has 2 guys in the box, number 22, Mark Mazzaretti, and number 6, Ashton McLean. So for the next 3 seconds, we're going to play 5-on-3. After that, we're going to have 1 minute worth of 5-on-4 action. We'll get you caught up afterwards. This is Tracy, off the face-off in the neutral zone. Mazzaretti's back on the ice, so 5-on-4 for the next minute. The freshman D'Annunzio, he wraps it around the boards to Paul Perrier. Perrier to Richard, to the freshman D'Annunzio, trying to get it up top to Perrier, he does. To Richard with 2 goals already this season. He plays possum, 40 seconds to go, very, very methodical. Comes Tracy out front, quick shot, rebound by D'Annunzio, the freshman can't get it past, Fargo's on the ice, and he centers to Paul Perrier, can't get it to him. Fargo stuck his stick out there, and a good opportunity goes awry for the Lakers, still 20 seconds to go. The defenseman Perron with the puck, at the point, quick shot. So Greg Fargo, once again, for 2 nights in a row, stopping a barrage of power play opportunity shots for the Lakers. And for the next 22 seconds, we'll stay 5-on-4. Getting you caught up if you just joined us on WNYO. Exactly 10 minutes to go. And I haven't stopped talking for 10 minutes, Drew. You can attest to that. It's been up and down action so far. 2 or 3 penalties already for Elmira, 2 to the Lakers. Something that we expected, especially from last night's game. Joe Kelleher actually joins us now, finally. The Lakers now for the next 3 seconds look like they're not going to get anything on the power play, and they don't. As number 6, Ashton McLean rather, is back on the ice. So Elmira does a good job killing a 5-on-3 for 1 minute, and then the next minute 5-on-4. There's a turnover in the Lakers zone. Out front, the freshman Scott off his stick, and then the centering pass. If you're just joining us on WNYO, if there's a stoppage to play, the freshman is in tonight for the Lakers at goaltender Ryan Scott. The only change from last night, Brett Leonhardt gets the night off, and really the coaches want to see what this kid Ryan Scott has.
Yeah, exactly. The first time we've seen him in action all year, Brett Leonhardt is pretty well so far. So it's time to give him a night off and set some pressure and see what he had on.
Action now out in front of Ryan Scott as there's a scrum. Rozak's there with McDonald for Elmira. Center pass to Lynch, doesn't go. Perrier takes that off, right back to Lynch. And no problem for Scott. He knocks away the blocker. There's an Elmira player down. No call. And we are going to have a call. The official came out. Penalty going to the Lakers when they touch up. We're waiting for the official call. Andy Rozak goes up. The crowd is booing. They don't like it. And it looks like Rozak might be the one going off. We'll have another power play opportunity for Elmira. Ryan Scott will see his third power play opportunity here tonight. Chris Mann working the initials. He's the best defenseman that the Soaring Eagles have projected last night. That threw a hissy fit through his stick up against the glass. He was kindly escorted off the ice. Face off won by the Eagles. They get it to center ice. They look to set up, but just drop down in the zone. Play it off the boards to Mann. 1:48 to go with the Kevin Tracy penalty. Oswego clears, but here comes Ryan Woodward. He comes down, he's got help with Patrick. Woodward looking to get something short-handed going, but it's good defense by Elmira to take the puck back. To Casals. Cancels. Off ice. Took Manzaretti, who's hauled down by a stick, and another Laker is going to the penalty box. So for the second time tonight, we'll see 5-on-3 action. This time it's going to benefit the Soaring Eagles. Can't we all just get along? Ryan Woodward headed to the box of emotion. So for the next minute 25, we're going to see 5-on-3 action with 8:20 to go here in the first period. Thank you so much for joining us on the Lakers Sports Network, WNYO WTOP. Face-off coming right side of Ryan Scott. It's taken by Craig McDonald. He goes up against Don Patrick. It's won by McDonald. Drop back to Mann at the point. Good defense by Patrick. Still looking to set up. The two defensemen and one forward. It's center pass shot. Hits the side of the net. Ryan Scott didn't see it. Right back out to the point. Koretzky gets chased trying to clear. Cannot. And as two Elmira college players just dump over each other. And it gave Koretzky an opportunity to clear, but he couldn't. Center pass out front. Shot saved by Ryan Scott. The freshman playing like a senior here tonight. 7:54 to go in the first period. 59 seconds of 5-on-3 action. As the Lakers get a change, they'll send two defensemen and a forward out. The two defensemen, Justin Perron and Brian Chet. The forward, Paul Perrier. And we have no score from the Golden Romney Fieldhouse. Face off, the two 17s take it. Perron and McDonald. Perrier, rather, McDonald. It's won by Perrier, who drops it up in the zone. 52 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. Puck at the neutral zone. Sloppy play by Elmira. And Paul Perrier is... But it's a nice kick for Elmira as they head up the ice. They got a 2-on-1. This is Conkle. He's looking for Seabold, the two best forwards they have. And he just stops and sets it back up. 25 seconds to go. In the 5-on-3, Chris Mann. Center pass out front. Shot saved by Ryan Scott. Great save by the freshman. And it's dumped up the ice, and the Romney crowd's going to give the freshman a hand. Lakers looking for a change. They get caught on it. Here comes Elmira.
folks, sorry about that. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties. I'm Adam DeSantis. I'll just be sitting in trying to keep you up to date with the action until we get things worked out with the wires and so forth. Right now we have 6:35 left to go in the first period. There is a penalty. The Elmira Eagles will be on the power play. So far the story of the first period has got to be the goaltending. Each team has had pretty good chances to put a goal in, but the freshman, a new starter for Oswego, goalie Ryan Scott, has done an outstanding job. Stopped a lot of point-blank shots, and he's doing well covering up the rebounds. We're getting ready to drop the puck here in a second. The referee's discussing just a few things before we get ourselves underway, making sure the right number of people are on the ice, everybody knows where they're supposed to be, and we're about ready to get underway once the stripes drop the puck. It's again 0-0, first period, 6:35 left to go. If you're tuning in and wondering where the usual 6'7" goalie Brett Leonhardt is, he has been sat for this game. Not sure why the coaches has gone with that. They're, I guess, maybe just looking to see what the freshmen have, maybe get them a little bit of game experience. And we're about ready to get underway. Puck drops the puck. Oswego wins it. Takes it back into their zone, skating around, throwing it behind the net. Defenseman, I'm sorry, I can't really see the numbers too well. I'm sitting over here on the side of the arena. I think that's Tony Dufour who has the puck now. We'll skate it up ice. 24. Oswego just trying to kill off this penalty and hope to skate into the period. Either even, or maybe they can grab a goal here at the end of the first. Oswego skates in up to the right side. Looks, sees nothing, passes it back out to the point. Dumps it back down. Setting up the power play, trying to be patient, looking for the best shot possible. Jocelyn Dubord swings it around the side, skates out past the zone, and Oswego will have to clear and get back on sides before they restart anything back on offense. Goalie for Elmira will cover up, and we'll have another stoppage of play as there will be a face-off in the Elmira end. 5:41 left to play here in the first period. Zeros on the scoreboard for both sides. A little bit different from last night's game. Elmira struck first and had a lead. Oswego came back. They had a 2-goal advantage, up 3-1 in the third period. Squandered that, and after going into overtime, had to settle for a 3-3 tie. So, looking for a little bit of a revenge here. Trying to come away with at least 1 point of this home-and-home series. Oswego keeps it in their zone, trying to set up. That's forward, not sure what his number is. Oswego now puts it back into the zone here. Elmira just content to try clearing it out. It's number 4, Justin Perron, dumps it over to... There's a shot on point. The puck is deflected as it goes in on net, and Elmira will clear out, trying to get back to even man. Oswego takes their time back behind their net, and here they are, starting up ice, trying to get a goal here. No longer have a deadlock and score.